Yeah, my friends, they have Rise and Grind Cafe, so they need a mask.
Oh
And
yeah.
once I made it for them, it was just a chain reaction.
Tell me about it.
I'm kind of tired of making them now because I've been making them every single day, like 50 a day. It's just
Oh wow. Yeah.
so
See, and I just do mine on donations, and I don't charge the nurses or nothing at all. Period. And I've been
right.
doing it for the sheriffs and a couple other now the police.
Oh, okay.
So every time I think I'm over with, I get a call.
Yeah, that's what keeps happening. I've been doing both though. I've been doing like donating to like Walgreens workers, and then I've been doing like $5 for some people.
Right, I saw that. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Do y'all put filters in yours or just leave it as fabric?
Some I have filters. Some I just do fabric.
I just leave a pocket for a filter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some I do with the pockets. It just depends who they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
On my dressing.
Cause like the officers and stuff, they're putting it over their N95 masks to make them last longer.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Every time I think it's over, we winding down, something else pop up, and I say, "Oh Lord, this ain't gonna be over."
Right.
keep us on.
And one only lasts so long, you know?
Right, right. Yeah.
Are you doing different fabrics?
Yeah, whatever I have around my house that I've had. Because I haven't been out the house since March 16th, except to go to the garbage can and the mailbox.
Okay.
So with my age, my kids don't want me to go out. And then I have, other issues. So you're like, no, don't go out. Don't go out. We'll bring your stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's how I've been to my dad. I've been running over there back and forth. And then today he pulled up in front of my house. And I'm like, you are not supposed to be outside.
Oh my goodness. I told my kids, I said, by the time you see me, I'll be a different color. Because I ain't had no right. See no sun, no nothing.
Right.
Oh. This has been interesting. I've learned some things on about this Zoom.
I'll call you. I'll have you come back when I'm done. Mm-hmm. No.
But you know what I did, Pam? I ordered me I went on stamp.com.
Okay.
I don't even want to go to post office. Our post office is so little.
Oh, okay.
And I said, I'm going to start doing more mail.
Which post office?
Fond du Lac.
Oh,
right
okay.
Here. Walgreens. So I said, I'm just going to start, because I'm not doing no more shows this year, I don't think.
Yeah, it don't seem like it.
Mm-mm. So I'm just going to start working my website, get it together.
Okay.
So I'll just.
Yeah, I started one on Shopify, but I haven't completed it. So
yeah.
I still got to add my photos.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of work because I have Etsy that I did years ago when they first started Etsy. And then I have another one. But it's a lot of work. Because you got to do the descriptions and all that and label your stuff. And it's work. But I ordered a scale and all that so I can do my postage right from home.
Oh, okay.
And I can just give it to the mailman.
We're gonna get started in probably maybe 3 minutes or so, see how many more people will join.
Okay. Fatima,
Yes.
the fella from that lives in Thailand, part-time in Thailand, he's interesting.
He is. I can't wait to bring his work is super dynamic. I can't wait for us to collaborate.
Right.
I've only talked to him one other time, like verbally.
Oh, okay.
Through text, and he's on social media a lot.
Oh.
And I didn't know what I was in for.
Yeah.
His scripture reading.
Oh my goodness.
He made that even more exciting. I thought it was going well, and he made it more exciting too.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I want to thank everyone for participating and signing into this 7th session of the virtual artist chat with 5 Points Art Gallery and Studios. Each of the sessions are geared to highlight the different artists and or designers that are featured in the gallery or have had some kind of work in the gallery. I wanted to show the breadth of the work associated with the gallery and also put the artists in direct contact with some of the people who might have collected their works or are interested in supporting the space or artists during this time. And so I always think it's critical to me to put a personality to the work. I know we're used to like the hustle bustle, go into a retail space, pick it up and not have a good concept about the designer, the artist behind it. And so I think it helps promote the work itself, but also humanize everybody to what artists go through during these times, because I think we're often overlooked, and it's affected our economy greatly too, even though we might have other supplementary jobs to help offset some of the contracts that have been closed during these times. So that's the purpose of this. I like to provide like a formal platform, but make it as comfortable and casual as possible. So artists are encouraged to say whatever they want. Viewers are encouraged to just interject, ask questions, have, you know, if you have comments, whatever, as you see fit to make it as fluid a conversation as possible. And then if you want any additional information about any artist, or if the artist hears from a viewer that they want contact information, you can write the information in the chat in here. If you miss that opportunity, you can reach out to the gallery through the email, and I will get you whatever contact information you need to connect with each other. So this session, seventh session, is called Wearable Arts, and it is highlighting the different artists and artisans who make jewelry, fashions, and different things that can be adorned on the body too. And a lot of them are making it from scratch. So I think that makes a difference between what kind of work that is featured. It's not just screen printed items, it's a mixture of materials, and it's usually made from scratch. And so it is a work of art in itself. And so it takes it not off the walls per se. And I have jewelry displays with a lot of the different works. We had 3 featured artists. One got ill just before this. And so 2 of the artists, Sheila Miller and Pamela Graham, both Milwaukee-based artists, will be speaking today. I have some samples of their work here. I'm sitting in the gift shop of the gallery with me, but they also have their own works to feature about what they might be doing right now during the pandemic time, the lockdown time. And then I'll also show some of the other wearable type works and products that the gallery has for the artists who couldn't make it on the call today. So I guess we can get started with Sheila Miller, who just recently had a birthday too. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And so Sheila's, you can tell us about your products, and your brand is Shepats, correct, designs?
Correct. Okay. Well, when I first started my business, I was designing lingerie and loungewear and cruisewear, and my name comes from the first part, SHE, is my name, Sheila. And then I went in with my sister, who is also a seamstress, but she's in California. And her name is Patsy. So I took the first 3 letters of our name, and the S on the end is for sisters. And I used to have a store, and so it used to be Shepats Design Depot, and I had other designers in there. And from there, when I closed my store, I went into working with MPS, and I was an artist with Milwaukee Public Theater also. So as time went on, I was doing the clothing, and then I had an accident and broke my ankle, and then a blood clot to my lung, so it changed my whole life. So that's how I got back to the jewelry, which I used to do in the 60s as with the hippie thing. I was living in California then. But
California originally?
Originally, I was born in Los Angeles, but I was raised in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Went back in the 60s.
Okay.
So then I've been doing jewelry ever since, and now I only do, some clothing, accessories, but my main thing is jewelry. And right now I change my themes a lot. Because I like to explore different materials and things like that. When I first started out, it was basically leather. And then now I go into the metals and shrink plastics, doing like the shrinky dinks.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do jewelry with that. And so I do different things, just different things. Needle felting, I do that and encase it into the leathers. This is one of the pieces that have this side done with felting, needle felting, and then the encased in leather. And my latest thing now is the jewelry from that the women from Uganda are making components. So this is one of the pieces. I don't know if you can see it, but this is it's a paper jewelry inside. They make these beads. Oh, I got to keep it from dancing. But they've taken this bead, and those are chains that are wrapped all around this bead. They're gorgeous. And so I've been using that. And then they have, let's see here. Well, anyway, they do these tassels with banana leaves.
Okay, cool.
So I've been doing those. And then also this piece here, Fatima, this is kind of remembering your first anniversary. And the reason being is this is a cork, and it was from one of the wines that you were.
Oh, now you're selling me. Now I gotta get it.
And I kept it that night, and I remember Della saying, "What are you going to do with that?" I said, "I'll make a necklace."
Okay.
So that's what this is, and with the leather cording. And then,
more corks?
huh?
You need more corks? Are you trying to, or you have a lot already?
No, I don't. I would like it.
Okay.
Thank you. And then this is one of my latest pieces that, this is a button. I do a lot with buttons. And this is a button that I brought back from California in November. And it's kind of hard to see, but with the cowrie shells and some lucite in here and steel. I do a lot with anneal steel. That's what this is here on the bottom.
Almost like a bib with the button as a
Yeah.
feet.
Yes, and the tassel hanging kind of off-centered like.
Okay.
Yes. And another piece I've been working with since I've been off. It's called furnace glass. That's the furnace glass here. And then I make my own tassels.
Well, is there something special about furnace glass, like where it comes from or how it's made, or?
It's like something like the blown glass, but only, you know, I'm not quite sure exactly how they do it, but they call it furnace glass. So I'll have to look it up so I can be more educated on it. But I just been ordering it because I think it's beautiful. And they come clear. This one is clear. It's not showing up very well here. And then it has other pieces of glass. Huh?
The triangle piece, are you referencing? That's clear?
Yeah, they're clear. All these three are clear, and these are frosted on this one.
Okay.
But then they have glass over on the side, pieces of glass that they've incorporated in on the side. And then with the tassels on the side. And then I've been doing a lot with the silk fabrics. I was supposed to do a workshop, and just before the virus hit, they canceled all the workshops, but that's with the sari silks and beads.
Okay.
That's
Are those in conjunction with these bracelets? Can you see that?
Yes. Same thing.
Okay.
Now I started doing earrings.
Okay.
Yes.
As soon as these came into the gift shop, I sold probably like 4 right away.
Good, because I got plenty more.
Yeah.
Plenty more. So, and then this one is the one I have here. You probably can see it better if I bring this here. These are from the, I think it's the Amazon. Is it Tagua? Pop beads, not beads, but they're a seed that they take and carve out and dye them. And it's Tague. I hope I'm saying it right. Tagua. So I've been doing a lot with those too, because I love them. And they come in all different shapes. And then this is again the cocoon. You remember I had cocoon necklace in the shop? Well, I cut it down to dangle these down. And these are the tassels that the women from Uganda are making out of the banana leaves.
Go ahead.
And then they dye them different colors.
Are you traveling, or were you traveling abroad to collect your materials, or were you kind of connected with somebody who would and you would import them? I
was just ordering them, yes. Except for, like I said, the buttons and stuff. When I go to California, I get my fabrics there, and I get my those different types of buttons.
Okay.
So basically, that's what I've been doing between the mask and the jewelry. And having fun.
And you're saying you're giving a lot of your masks to some of the service people?
Yes. Nurses, but basically I've been doing them for the home health care nurses. That's what my daughter is.
Okay.
And they kind of got left out, at first. And then some of the sheriffs and now the policemen are asking me, some of them, And then other people that work in nursing homes and stuff have been calling me.
So it's a lot of referral. Are you looking to help give out more?
Yes.
I know it's like everyone needs them because they're sold out in the stores. I don't know how some people are getting some of the heavy duty ones because I've been to, they're sold out, or even the gloves. I haven't seen hand sanitizer in any store in probably like
Right.
45 plus days. So,
Right. Well, you know what? By me being a seamstress in the past, I have lots of fabric. So I started going through my stash, and so I had all this cotton. And so whenever it goes out, unless I can order it, because I just ordered elastic and it took forever for it to get here. So that's what I'm doing. And as far as the sanitizer, you can use alcohol. That's even better.
I mean, I was never big on hand sanitizer. I'm like, go wash your hands and get soap and water.
Yeah. The
But
alcohol.
I was looking to have a big pump before the gallery kind of closed down for this.
Right.
For people who want to walk through, I have a little tiny one on my desk, but like, go wash your hands.
Yeah. Well, the regular alcohol kills it immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
All right. And so, again, these are some of Sheila's items that are in the gallery. And then I'm going to take you over. Actually, I'm going to let Pam talk, and then I'll take y'all and show them some of the items that are on display. Another one of Sheila's items. But now we will transition to Pam Graham, who is also a Milwaukee-based wearable arts artist. So she makes some leather goods. So these are like satchel bags out of different layers of leather. Somebody's sharing their screen.
That's me.
That's you.
Kind of messed up.
You can unshare it at the top. But yeah,
like blue circles.
go ahead, Pam.
Okay, hi, I'm Pamela Graham, owner of Nandi Collections, and the name actually derived from Queen Nandi, who was Shaka Zulu's mother, and I chose the name because it represents a woman of high esteem, and I like it to be more universal though, just in terms of like a person of high esteem. I do a lot of leather work, which I started back in the 90s. I used to do just like leather patches on clothing and jeans, and it kind of grew from there. Just a little history of the art in my family. My grandfather was an artist. My father used to paint like the old statues with like the Afro women that you would see like in the barber shops back in the 70s. And my mother she always sewed. So she was a homemaker. She stayed at home. She didn't work. And she taught me how to sew at an early age. And my grandfather, who was married into our family, he was from Puerto Rico. And he just used to paint on the woodwork in the house and just do all type of artwork throughout the house. So he had like a wood shop in the basement that I used to just sneak down there and get my hands on whatever I could. So I just developed a love of art at an early age. And I love working with leather because it's such a heavy textile to work with. It's easy to shape. It's easy to maneuver and kind of make it what you want it to be. Within the past, I would say 4 years, I moved a little more into doing like home decor, so larger leather pieces. But I initially started, let me just grab something small. So I initially started doing like small leather masks, which I would put on the bags like what Fatima showed. And then it kind of, so this is a keychain that I made. And then it kind of moved on to larger pieces. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, can you raise it a little bit?
Oh, okay.
There you go. You can see it now.
So like larger pieces that you can actually hang on your walls. And that's more so where my interest lies today, even though the smaller items are the easiest to sell. They're more reasonable at price. I do a lot of leather jewelry. Here's some earrings. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
So lately, since I've been off, my intention was like to really create, and then I ran into the same dilemma that Sheila did in terms of the mask. So I've been doing a lot of face masks, and it was just so boring doing like the regular face mask that I just added like a little extra to it, just so it could feel a little more creative to me, opposed to doing the same thing over and over again. And I actually I did have the pleasure of teaching my son and my 6-year-old how to sew over break, so they've been able to help a lot with the mask. I'm always all over the place, so if there's something I need to fill in, just tell me.
Show you.
Yeah,
Did it say hustle on it?
yeah, I did. Yeah, this one said hustle. And this one does too.
Wow.
And so I got like requests for like the big smile, since you really, can't show your smile beneath the mask. I also did this one with the little diamond. But yeah, that's taking a lot of my time, and I keep saying this is my last order, and of course, more orders come in. So I've been doing a little bit of both though, because I did end up buying fabric because I didn't have a ton of it. So I've been selling some for $5 and then donating some for people who I felt like were forgotten about, like people who work at Pick and Save and Walgreens and things like that. So
Good.
What have your children made? You got any products that they made?
they've some of the masks I showed you they've made.
Wow.
Yeah. So I still do teach my classes though. So I'm still doing like yesterday we made like leather masks at the group home that I go teach at. So I still do that twice a week, 2 hours a week. So
Okay. I am going to get up and try to show the other works y'all have in the space. Hopefully this is not a mess. I'm gonna walk through the space. Y'all can tell me if it's successful or not. So I have a display, and they're kind of, can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Is it a glare? Like, do I need to lift the glass? I can lift.
It's a little glare, yeah, because I can see, I think the lights are
Oh,
right
yeah,
up.
that's better.
So right now we're looking at some of Sheila's products, and it's a mix of leather and a lot of beads. This is like a brooch that's also serving as an art piece. Is it looking okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
And her tassel earrings were one of the earlier popular products that I sold through the gallery. And then now we are coming up on Pam's leather goods. She has some wallets and some fanny packs, correct?
Yeah.
Which I also say can serve as a clutch.
Mm-hmm.
So they're very versatile, very interesting fabrics, a mix of leather fabrics. The earrings. Some wallets by Pam with the Nandi collection. And then over here, more wearable stuff. So this is by Nicole Brown of, you have anything to say? You can cut me off. So Nicole Brown, she was featured in the very first session for these talks. She makes designs and gets these bow ties and pocket squares and floral pins made. She's based out of New York, but is from Chicago. And her brand is called Ruth Nathan's and is named after her grandfather. But she designs those from scratch too. We went to undergrad together. And then more. Sorry. And so some of these, this is like kids shorts, a clutch here, and this is by a brand called Laaro, L-A''A''RO. It was a Nigerian designer. They have more Wearables from here, and it's a family-based business. They were here in Milwaukee, but moved to Atlanta. But the designer was making the prints from scratch. She was designing them and then going back and forth to Nigeria to get the items made.
Wow.
And bring them back here. Her market is better in Atlanta, but I used to patron her shop here, which was on Brady Street, a lot. And so I brought some of her items over here. They also have shoes. Sorry for all this. That are also made in Nigeria too. And I'm gonna bring you back over here, some more wearables. Can you see these brooches?
Oh, yeah.
So these are all made by Ellen Patricia Terry. And they're mixed media, so found objects made into different brooches. And then I also have another jewelry maker, designer. Her name is Laditria Warren. She's ill right now, so she missed this call. But her brand is Twisted Rose Metal. So her signature is this rose color copper metal that she twists and wraps around different precious stones. And she's the expert on the different stones. If I can get closer. So you have some amethyst and some different ones.
It's nice.
So she does a lot of different rings, necklaces, bracelets. This is a ring from her right now. If you can see, it might look dark right now.
Wow.
And then she'll use some found objects too. So this bracelet.
Oh my goodness, that's
Cool,
great.
that's nice.
Uh-huh.
And then the earrings.
Is it metal?
These are, it is metal. These are by Sheila too. So, and then the last.
Is that a Scorpio or a scarab?
A scarab.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh no. A scorpion.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is from La Aro. So again, she makes these patterns. She can go abroad to work with her family. Women and children. She's in Atlanta. I can type the information in the chat. So that's the greatest extent of kind of the wearable arts that are in the space. I try to again feature the breadth of what art is and highlight people's different practices and serve as hopefully a good retail space for the artists so that they can branch out and increase their market. I want to open it up to any of the viewers to ask questions, make comments, connect with the artists. Don't be shy.
Well, you know, as they keep saying, things will never go back to the normal. So I guess I would like to ask the different artists, how is it going to affect us selling our things, or, you know, the way we do, getting to the public and whatever.
How has it affected you?
Well, like I said, I'm going to be going to mail order mostly, you know, posting on Facebook or whatever, and try to do my mail, my website.
Has that been successful for you thus far?
The website?
The
I haven't worked yet.
Posting on social media to get sales?
Yes, and I keep waiting for Facebook or somebody to grab me by my collar and say, you know. But I think they might be maybe being a little more lenient right now. I don't know.
What about you, Pam?
I've gotten a few orders over the break. I haven't promoted much on Facebook or Instagram, but I did start a Shopify site, and I need to do photos to actually put things on there. But I really honestly couldn't say because I haven't promoted a lot because I've been so busy. And then I do have 4 here that are being homeschooled, you know, because of everything that's going on. So that has been very time consuming because we have a senior, a sophomore, a 7th grader, and a K-5. So they all have pretty much had, it's been a full schedule. The schools that they have been providing them with work that keeps us going till about 4 every day. So I really haven't had the opportunity like I thought I would have to just create this whole time because I thought it was a great opportunity. Like I'll just create every day, but so far it hasn't gone that way. So we'll see. In May, I think I'll have more of an opportunity to try to promote online and actually sell.
Is that because the schools will be done in May?
Well, my 2 high schoolers, yeah, they'll be winding down because school ends, that early start ends. Yep.
I think it went mute.
Oh.
Go ahead. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it'll wind down because grades will actually close a little earlier than they were supposed to. So,
And you have,
hopefully I'll have more time.
You said you have a senior?
Yes.
How are they handling the graduation?
She's handling it better than me because as soon as I see any graduation stuff, I just tears. So she's doing okay. We're going to try to do, I know they had that whole adopt a senior thing going on. So like 4 people have adopted her and just been encouraging her and congratulating her. So that's been a big help.
What school is she graduating from?
From McDowell Montessori.
Okay.
For me, I'm still working. It is a lot of time to put a shopping cart together, and that's what I do have a website for the gallery already, but that's my focus now is adding a shopping cart. It's always been in my pipeline of things to do, but I was also focusing more on like getting people into the space to interact with the work, feel the work, get to meet the artist. So now I'm shifting all gears to try to put all the stuff we showed today and then some. And it's a lot of it's a lot of work in here, but get it online so people can access it and purchase it online and not have to worry about coming to the physical space, if that's still a concern as time still moves on. But yeah, taking the images, getting titles for the images if there are, or like inventory numbers and the dimensions and pricing is very it's time consuming.
Yes, it is.
And then I had a wearable arts fashion show lined up for 1st July, and then I'll pushed it back into August to hopefully coincide with the new Democratic National Convention dates. So right now it's scheduled for August 15th, I believe, but we will see. I'm not trying to force anything. I can care about people's health, and I don't want to open up to shut back down and have, invite people to get sick. So I'm playing it by ear for like showcasing some of the wearable arts as a special event, and just for the other things for the gallery too.
I think it'd be a good idea to have one of these meetings like this for somebody that has a shop already online.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we have a workshop on how to do that. Be helpful.
And also we had some workshops in the pipeline for the gallery, like making jewelry, and we have one of the artists on doing portrait paintings, and so we'll probably try to move towards that too. So that would be a good idea, and then also probably create some kind of meeting where people are actually trying to actively sell the work versus be informational about what they're doing too. So it's a lot of pivoting, adapting, and adjusting, but that's what we do.
Right, right.
If you do have your website information now, you can type it, you know how to type it in the chat so people can get your information.
Are you speaking to me?
I'm speaking to both you and Pam.
You put it in chat?
You know how to do the chat?
Nope. But I can say
You
what
wanna
it is.
tell me? What is it? What's your website?
One of them is shepatsdesigns.com. It's all one word.
Designs plural?
No, Shepats, SHEPATS designs.com.
Okay. Pam, do you have a site?
I was just typing in my Instagram contact because I don't have any pictures on there.
Okay.
I don't even know it actually.
For Instagram?
Oh no,
Are you saying you have it on Instagram, you don't have it
the
on your site?
Shopify, like I literally just like paid for the thing and I haven't had a chance to put anything on there.
Okay.
So I did share my Instagram.
Okay. So does the audience have any questions or comments for the artists that are here?
Hi, Amar.
Oh, hi, Pam.
I have like 4 of your pieces hanging in the hallway, but
Hi, I'm Posey, and I'm here from, I'm in River West, and my husband and I run an arts nonprofit called 53212 Presents, and you know, I'm just so excited to see you guys getting together and having the same kinds of conversations that we're having in the theater world, you know, how we can support one another, making this crazy transition to online, and yeah, it's just nice to see you all. And I'm going to share your website on our social media feed in the hopes that maybe it'll drum up a little bit of business for you. I complimented on your earrings, especially Fatima. I think your earrings are awesome. And so, yeah, we'd love to support you in any way possible. So we're going to stay tuned.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Carol also commented on in the chat that the classes would be interesting. So I can follow up with both of you too to see what your schedules are like to do some online jewelry making classes or the wearables that you want to make classes if you're interested. Pam and Sheila.
oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, anybody else have any questions, comments?
Fatima, have you considered doing, I know recently, I think it was Imagine MKE did like a virtual gallery evening like last weekend. Have you seen that or did you get a chance to go?
I wasn't able to attend the virtual.
Okay.
But for the gallery itself, I've been like when I do my email distributions, I'm offering like virtual tours, but it's more we connect either through Zoom, FaceTime, or some other platform, and I'll walk them through the space. I've looked into like actually the virtual tour where nobody's in here and they can just go online and do a tour, and it's cost prohibitive for me right now.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a pretty expensive investment, the research that I've done for now. And so that's why I'm actively trying to get the works up into a shopping cart on the website. And then I've made myself available to, you know, walk through the gallery, make appointments with people to do virtual tours and walk them through the space. And I was able to make some sales from the actual exhibitions that were shut down by doing that. So
That was good.
Okay.
I tried to attend, this is Posey again, I tried to attend both the Milwaukee Art Museum After Dark event and the Arts at Large gallery night. And I don't know, it didn't really work out for me. It seemed like it was not compatible with Max. But something that has been really successful in theater communities, you know, they can't have shows, but the directors are interviewing their actors and artists. And I think it would be awesome to have, you know, you don't have to open up the whole Zoom video to everyone, but you could have like a 2-person interview. And that way we could really, you know, I love the idea of the classes, but we could get to see kind of the individuality of each artist. And I think that's a wonderful idea.
thank you, Posey. Yeah, it's been, I mean, since everyone's trying to switch or has to switch to online stuff, it's been a lot of technical issues, like overloads with servers, and then people learning how to use it, like when someone is talking, but then there's background noise being picked up on, how it shifts focus. So some of the things are like tests too, and they have to work out kinks. And then sometimes there's a cap on how many people can participate in a chat. So, but this is our attempt to do that too, Posey, is to connect the artists with the viewer and associate a real personality with the works. And so we've been able to do that and have people, you know, just network and interact too.
Yeah, no, I super commend you. There's a lot of fear. I'm a big part of the dance community, and there is so much fear around technology. There's a lot of the feeling of alienation because we're used to being in the room together. But I think it's a great way to build audiences right now. The field is open. A lot of smaller organizations have really just shut down. This is a very important step that you're making, and I really commend you. And I think people want to get to know you and be in your gallery and meet your artists for sure. But yeah, it's a huge hurdle. And like you said, you got to practice, you got to lay it out. Yeah, so no, I super commend you guys. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it too. I'm glad that you told me how to do this because I was like, I'm not going to be able to get on, even though it was very simple. And it's just inspiring to hear Sheila and what she's doing. And I'm like, okay, I really got to get downstairs and actually make something and put forth the effort because sometimes you get overwhelming and I get overwhelmed and just so busy with the kids that I kind of just keep putting it off till the next day. So today I'm going to make one thing before I go to bed.
I'm guilty of that too. So there's been, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have time to like work on my personal art. But then I'm like, oh, I gotta figure out how to keep this gallery flowing, show the artists, and then, you know, find the monies for the space while, you know, business are shut down and stuff. And so it's like all this diverted attention. I keep saying, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna at least do this. Like I'll sit it out and then I'll come back some days later and I'll sit something else out. So baby steps, so don't feel guilty.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna say don't feel guilty at all because see, I'm here by myself. And I'm a night owl, so I'm up all night long a lot of times where you don't have that opportunity to do that because you have a family. So, I mean, whatever you can achieve in a day or a week, that's good, you know. And you give me a lot of inspiration. You really do.
Thank you, Sheila.
all right. Any other comments, questions for the artists? No. Well, I want to thank everyone again for their time and attention and participation in this 7th session. There is one more scheduled for this Thursday. They'll be featuring my Chicago-based artists who have worked in the space or have been featured in the space. And so again, highlighting and trying to, you know, create support and networks as far reaching as I can go for the artists, and then different communities. Like we have someone from the theater community, and who knows? I mean, Amar would be a good example. He's actually working on some work for a theater company, doing the art for the character who is an artist in a show in the near future. And so, I mean, the range of the artist influence and the jobs that can come from it is pretty far reaching. So hopefully there's some connections that can be made, and now your websites are in the chats. And if you missed the chat, again, reach out to the gallery, 5 Points Art Gallery, and spelled out studios, plural, @gmail.com if you need any information. So I hope everyone has a good evening. I'm wishing everyone continued safety and health.
Yes.
Let me know of any other ideas you have that you want to put into action and how I can help you.
Well, I haven't been enjoying and learning from your Zoom meetings. Very interesting. I love it. I've learned a lot from the guys and the other different artists. Last week was very interesting. And so thank you.
Well, thank you all.
Thank you.
Have
Thank
a
you.
great evening.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.